number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Welcome to Spotlight on the Arts. I'm Patrick Cristiano, your host, the publisher of TheaterLife.com, a website for theater buffs in New York City covering Broadway and off-Broadway theater. And we are coming to you from the LTV studio in Wainscott, where I have a really special guest today, Sarah Fearon. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yes,
Fearon.
you did. Fearon, yes.
She's a performing artist working as an actress, writer, comedian. You kind of do a little bit of everything, don't you, Sarah?
I'm multitasking, doing a lot of multitasking, yes.
And besides being a stand-up comic, you've written a play, too.
I have written a play. It's called To Be, as in an apartment number, and to be or not to be. And that's going to premiere at the Players Theater on April 25th, and it's going until May 12th. And the director is Lizzie Donahue, and we've worked together before.
It sounds really cool. You know, what I found really interesting about it, both of you and I are real estate people.
Yes.
And, you know, a long time ago I read an article about how people in theater were branching into real estate after I was already doing it. So here we are, we're both realtors, but we're also both really immersed in the business. And what I want to do first off is just show people a little bit of what you do. And we have a little video of some of your stand-up.
Okay.
Can we?
Absolutely.
Can we have that?
Yeah.
I want to give you an idea of who Sarah is.
This year, I am going to get in touch with my roots, and I'm doing Ancestry.com, and I'm going to do the DNA test that you mail a Q-tip swab of your saliva, and they can tell you exactly where you're from. I've been procrastinating because it's expensive. How do I know where my DNA is going to wind up? And what if I find out I'm from New Jersey? I have a few theories, and this one I am totally close to proving, and that is that the New York City taxi drivers are the same guys we're calling in India for technical support. They're not in New Delhi, they're in the Delhi getting coffee. They're always on the phone, never talking to you, always something about open a window, close a window, tap the screen, do you have a chip? And tonight, I distinctly heard when I got my receipt, the driver said, "Thank you for using Verizon Fios." You know, we all need some spiritual guidance these days, but don't tell me how to do it your way. I'm standing on the subway platform this morning, waiting for my train, and this couple come up to me, handing me their pamphlet that says, "Jesus died for you. What do you have to say to Jesus?" And I was like, "Oh, Jesus, I wish the train would come." Jesus died for me. What do I have to say to Jesus? Well, I'm no therapist, but Jesus, I think that was really codependent of you, and I think you should take care of your feelings, not mine. And when you die for me, how does that make you feel? What is this really about? Oh, Jesus, we're out of time. But next week, we'll talk about your father. The only reason that I got my real estate license is so I have a decent shot at being president. The real estate world is a bottomless cup of crazy. I just lost out on a penthouse deal this weekend because I didn't recognize the other broker in the lobby because her picture on the website was 2 faces ago. And she couldn't call me because her cell phone was locked. She's got the iPhone 10 where the password is facial recognition.
I'm counting this as going to the gym. Some properties that are very important have a name, and this is really more of a castle. It's the Belvedere Castle. I'll let the property speak for itself. Enough with the selfies. It's very solid. This was not put together with a piece of fiberglass. You know what I'm saying? You could go boat riding, you could go biking, rollerblading, whatever you want to do. You have culture outside your doorstep. You have the Shakespeare Theater. Look at this. You take in a Shakespeare play at your leisure. Beautiful. Cavalieri, no?
What about your wife, Arnold?
Well, I thought she was.
She wasn't.
Well, she got reliable.
This is not the public broadcasting system here, okay? This is a business that needs revenue, and I wish some of y'all would just wake the hell up.
My two children from my first marriage, Alex and Alla von Auersberg, hired Brillhofer to investigate the case.
He put a do not resuscitate order on her hospital chart.
The other thing is, this city is crazy. I don't know why there are so many people. Someone said it's Earth Day. Listen, I'll tell you something. This is not the Earth. This is New York.
They almost got a little bit of snazzy in there, which we're going to show later.
Yes.
But you've been at Gotham's, Caroline's, the Metropolitan Club. Where else have you performed in the city?
Well, that was at the West Side Comedy Club. The Friars Club.
Oh, wow, you're all over.
Yeah, and some of my real estate material I've been putting into stand-up. I used to keep the worlds a little separate, but now they seem to be intermingling, and a lot of the material and experiences that the moments you're in real estate, and you know that yourself, when you're in a situation you just say, I don't think I could make this stuff up, you know, and it's funny, and I've just kind of been taking it all in, writing notes as I'm going through the past dozen years of real estate, and then I've always been working with Lizzie Donahue to kind of make whatever our next piece is, and we submitted this for the Players Theater residency. So it's been I've been working as a playwright in residence at the Players Theater.
Oh, how cool!
Yeah,
how cool! And
that's on McDougal.
Yeah, I know where it is. And what do you call this a bottomless cup of real estate crazy? Is that what you call your play?
I'm playing Sally Apthorpe Belvedere, who is an agent. She's in the lobby of a co-op talking to Jimmy the doorman, and she's going to get the key for 2B, and she hits a few obstacles along the way, and it just, some of the obstacles give her pause to think about, you know, is she working, making deals to live, or living to make deals, and it kind of holds up a little bit of a mirror to what is our sense of home in this town, and is New York becoming a sinkhole or not? But
What's
more
your personal
like a
belief on that?
personal. Well, it's all for the play. It's a personal reflection about what is she doing, and you know, life is short. So what are we doing with every moment of our life? and Jimmy is sort of her therapist. He's at his concierge desk, and we don't have Jimmy. It's just a solo performance.
So it almost sounds like this is a real moment in her life.
It is. It is, yeah. It's
Is she going to be changed afterwards?
we hope so.
So I got
But we
it.
don't know. We don't know. Yeah. It's a cathartic moment in the lobby that most people have in one way or another.
Right.
Yeah. And are you thinking of Snazzy Peabody?
Do you want to see it?
Sure. I would also say that Snazzy Peabody, I worked with Lizzie Donahue. We just were talking about this character.
But they're two totally different people.
Yeah, I would say that Sally Apthorpe is sort of a snazzy redux, a little more, not quite as over the top as Snazzy. But Snazzy is a real estate legend in her own mind.
But the other one is the play.
Is the play.
Is the real play.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to be at the Players.
At the Players Theater. Yeah.
And how would people get tickets if they want to go see something like that? Where would they find out about it?
You could go to sarahfearon.com, SARAHFEARON.com, or theplayerstheater.com. And theater is spelled R-E.
And
the Players Theater.
Give them the dates again. It's April 25th to May 2nd, and the Players
To
Theater.
May 12th.
No, May 12th. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
April 25 to May 12th, and the Players Theater is 115
McDougal.
Street.
And it's
in West
Thursday,
Village.
Friday, Saturday night, and a Sunday matinee. Yeah, at 115 McDougal. Yeah.
And how many people are in it?
It's just me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so why did you tell me that
It's
before?
a solo show.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I had also
It
done
got me confused for a second. I apologize.
It's okay. I had done also a solo workshop with Austin Pendleton.
I know Austin.
Yeah,
Pendleton.
everybody knows him and everybody loves him. So I had done a little bit of
What
a
kind of a
workshop
workshop?
with him.
What did he teach?
Writing your own solo show.
Oh, really?
So
Did you
it
do
started.
in
No, it was just his own thing.
Where did you do it?
We did it in some theater in Midtown. But it was about a month and a half of just working on your own material. And then I did a reading of this and then submitted it to the Players Theater. And then we've just continued to develop it. And Lizzie, the director, I worked with doing Snazzy Peabody. And I mean, just the real estate field has
I
so
love
much
her name.
material. Yeah.
Snazzy Peabody.
Yeah, yeah.
How'd you come up with that one?
Well, Lizzie actually had won a Peabody Award,
Ah.
and Peabody was on my mind, and Snazzy is just a snazzy character, who's doing a lot of deals, so she's a little over the top, but
Should we show the
yeah,
people?
let's show the clip. She's a
Let's
legend
have
in her own mind.
Snazzy, a legend in her own mind.
Where are you? Are you okay walking or do you want to get a cab? You know what happened to me? The ball fell out of my BlackBerry. I was lost. Do you believe that people are still smoking? They don't make things like this anymore. Look at this. This product doesn't exist. Look at the craftsmanship here. This is what I'm talking about. Can you understand this? I mean, you gotta get it through your head and right here. This is what it is. Remind me to come back here. Just remind me, make a mental note. Okay, I see where we are. Very, very interesting. I remember when there were actually meat stores in the meat market. Didn't the Roxy used to be around here? Look at this, I'm gonna get hit by a car. But I'm not gonna get any commission. All right, call me back when you get a chance. Here we go. All right, so you wanna see this, right? Okay. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. I guess you can enter in a few different places. Oh, wow. Oh, you're going to love this. You are going to love it. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Do you love it? I love it so much I'm hating it, but in a good way. Look at this. Look, what you could do is you make an offer. Okay, now we're heading south. Ah, stop. Look. Listen to the view. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. They're not making more of this. They're not making more of this. It's an island. I know, you don't have to tell me. You love it. I knew you'd love it. And you're getting it. You're getting it. That's what I like, is you're getting it. I love it. I'm going to do a check on price per square foot. I know, I'm with a customer right now, but I mean, I think they're going to bite on something. I don't know. I think it's good. I don't think it's amazing, but I think it's very good. Between you and me, I mean, I'm surprised. I thought it would be a little bit more exciting. There's a lot of nice details, but you know, if they don't make a deal, I mean, this is the last time I'm coming. Between you and me, is that solar paneling or are they taking it apart? I don't know anymore. It's so cutting edge. I mean, here. I mean, this is where it's at. Look at this. I can't keep up with all the changes, but in some way, in a little bit of a small way, let me call you back. You know, I believe in the dream. That's what I'm saying, is I believe in the dream, and that if you dream hard enough, it all comes true. I mean, here we are, no? Should we take the elevator down? Sure. I mean, you can't beat this with a stick. Hello? No, I'm in the elevator. Can you hear me? Look at this. No, I mean, it's a fabulous location. Everybody knows Snazzy. Everybody loves Snazzy, that's what I'm telling you, but you gotta get an inside price before it's too late, because it doesn't last forever. That's what I'm telling you. You'll email me, you'll let me know, but it has to be soon. Again, another shoot. I'm telling you, it's hot. It's not easy being me, but in the long run, it always works out. And as much as I fight the change, I embrace it. I mean, what am I going to do? Live in a pile of dirt?
She's a little over the top.
She's a little over the top, just a little bit.
But she's a lot of fun, though, too. She really is a camp.
She's a lot of fun. That was the High Line. That was the first time Lizzie and I went out and we just filmed selling the High Line. And
But you've made this into a little bit of a series. So you've done the High Line. What else? The Brooklyn Bridge?
We did the Brooklyn Bridge like it was an open house. Belvedere Castle and the Empire State Building. Yeah.
And what did you do with the Empire State Building?
Well, we just went up there and...
Did you go all the way up?
Yeah, we were going up to sell specifically the outdoor space. The private outdoor space, yeah.
And those glasses, where did you find them?
I think I found them in a costume shop on 72nd Street.
Crazy.
Yeah, they're crazy. And my regular hair person, Liza, on the east side, did the wig. And she always asks me, how's Snazzy? And I have to bring her in for touch-ups. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
She is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
How long, when did you start writing? I mean, look, what I'm trying to ask is, as a performing artist, you didn't write all your material at the beginning. You were an actress, right? And
yes, I started acting. I went to Performing Arts High School in NYU.
So you're
acting.
Where you're from? You're a native New Yorker?
I'm a native New Yorker, yes.
Born in?
Well, I was actually born in Montgomery, Alabama, because my parents were out of town at the moment, but we go way back in
What were they doing out of town at the moment?
They were working. My dad was working in the South.
Okay. You don't want to talk about
not
it?
At the moment,
no problem.
because we only have... I grew up in the city, so I started, I would always be writing. This is
another part of our background. My mother's from Alabama.
Oh, really?
Really?
All right.
Well, to be continued.
See afterwards.
Yes, afterwards.
But I was always writing. In public school, in 3rd grade, instead of bringing in a book report, I brought in a play. And the teacher said that wasn't the assignment. You know, I was always writing plays or... Did
they take it or did they make you do it over?
I think maybe I did a diorama instead.
But when you started as an actress, you were doing your own material then?
I
That's
was
what
always doing my own material
So right
for
away,
stand-up
you jumped in
plays.
and did your own material right up front. That's really
Yes.
courageous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also has a good grasp of knowing who you are too, right?
Yeah,
Part of that.
I would say so, to write your own material,
Mm-hmm.
to kind of go through life pulling what you have a feeling about and just, you know, rewriting it, kind of exaggerating whatever experience we have and putting it on the stage.
So
Yeah.
are you always like when you're going through your life, are you always kind of looking at what's funny and making notes? Do you do that kind of thing?
Yeah.
And do you keep all your notes organized and
Fairly organized.
topics
I
and
put
things
some
like-
things into a cell phone, or I just have books and files, and I keep it pretty organized.
so you
If
have
I-
do you have different subjects?
Yeah, I make notes for stand-up, I make notes for 2B. Oh, that would be really funny if such and such happened, or in this part of the play,
Uh-huh.
maybe she could do X, Y, and Z, if I see something. Yes, I'm always just, I'm like a sponge.
And now,
Yeah.
is 2B still a work in progress, or has it been completed now?
Well, it's completed now.
Will it change after you do this thing at the Players Theater
It
now?
could possibly change after the Players Theater, but right now it's pretty much set. It's almost an hour.
So if it changed, it would be minor changes, nothing.
Yeah, it would just be a little minor tweaking here and there. But this is set, and we're in rehearsal. There's a backdrop being made that's a co-op lobby, and Jimmy's concierge stand. So this is going to be an actual 12 performances.
And then make it extended, you said. Is that possible? You said you may do more performances?
We don't know, but we can take it anywhere. It's
portable.
movable.
It's pretty portable, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we specifically made the backdrop so we can take it to other places, and it's a sustainable set. Yeah, it's recyclable.
How lovely.
Yeah. But I love the Players Theater. We did a short play in the Players Theater Short Festival called TED Talks NYC.
Oh.
And that was like a spoof on TED Talks, but the subject was around New York.
And it won first place in some.
It did,
At the
yes.
Players Theater too, right?
Yep, Lizzie directed that, and we won first place at that short festival.
And who did that?
Well, I wrote it, and Lizzie directed it,
Uh-huh.
and we were part of a festival.
But did you perform that? You performed
Yes,
it. So
yeah.
you-
I played sort of a...
What was the character that was on
It was Dot Conroy, who is a TED Talk aficionado, but everything kind of goes awry when she loses touch with cyberspace. And it's just kind of, it was just a spoof on TED Talks, and a lot of the subject was New York. So I'm sensing a pattern that I'm very connected to New York.
Well, as an original hometown girl in New York, I mean, we love our city, don't we?
Yeah, I do love
I think
it.
it's the greatest city in the world, and I think it offers more than any other city. So
And my sister has been doing a lot of family research, and so it turns out we have relatives who lived close to the theater on Cornelia Street, on Leroy Street, and I still live in the city, and a lot of my family members.
How's your sister doing the research? What is she doing?
Mostly online.
Yeah. So you haven't done the ancestry or any of that
I
stuff?
haven't done that yet.
You
I mean,
could.
I know I'm Irish American. Also, one of the groups I'm involved in is the Irish American Writers and Artists, and they're a very wonderful organization. I'm plugging them because I love them and I'm on the board, and we have salons twice a month. So
What's the name of the
it's
company?
called Irish American Writers and Artists.
And where are they located?
They're the salon on the first Tuesday of the month is at the Thalia Cafe Studio, and then we're at the Cell Theater on the third Tuesday of the
The
month.
cell on 23rd Street?
Yep, the Cell, and you can sign up to read or do a segment of your play or whatever you're working on. It's a very warm, supportive group, and it's very connected to the Irish American community, and you don't have to be Irish to be a part of it. But I happen
I'm
to
sure
be
you are.
Irish. Yeah.
How long have
Yeah.
they been around? I've never heard of them.
About 10 years.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
And how long have you been working with them?
10 years, or I was a member for a year, and then I started hosting some of the salons. We take turns hosting, and we take salons on the road. The TED Talk made it over to the Ireland's Electric Picnic.
What is that?
Our group traveled to
Ireland's Electric Picnic. That sounds
Yeah.
fascinating. What is this?
It's a music and theater festival in Ireland every summer. So some
how
of us
long?
from the group, I guess it's about a week. And so some of us went over there. We do salons in DC, different colleges.
How long does the salon last? I mean,
It's about an hour.
mm-hmm.
Each salon's about an hour. We have a break and people hang out. And
Did you go to all of them all the time?
usually.
And did you develop your
I
2B
did. I've
in
developed
this
a
salon?
lot of the material at the Irish American Writers and Artists Salons.
And do you do some of your standout stuff?
Yeah,
there, too?
so I did a segment at one of the recent salons from the play.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good just to hear what's resonating with people and what.
You get to tweak things and find out what's
Yes.
best and how
Yeah.
it works. How it's
Yeah. And if people come to the play, you can email for some discount codes if you want. tobetheplay@gmail.com.
to be the play
tobetheplay@gmail.com.
to find out more information about tickets and discount codes.
Yeah.
This is very exciting. This is coming to be like this.
It's a lot to fit in.
How did you find the Irish with this?
Well, my father was involved in helping form the group, and Malachi McCourt is one of the board members.
Is your father a performer too?
No.
So what made him?
He loves the Irish plays and writing and all of the writing that comes out of Ireland. We always go to the Irish Rep and see plays. There's a Sean O'Casey festival on right now. So I just would always be around these people who are doing plays and readings. And Malachi McCourt said, let's do a salon where we're doing work of people who are living, not just Irish TED playwrights. So people just brought their work, and it has really carried on. And it's a nice community.
It sounds like a wonderfully supportive place to develop stuff. I'd love to come around and see what you're doing sometimes. When are you having the next one?
One of the next ones, I think, is there's a theater one coming up in April. I think it's April 19th.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be hosted by a fellow board member, Maria DC. But I'll get you the information, and it's and the website is Googleable or iamwa.org. I'll have to double check that, but it's the first and third Tuesday of the month. So it's a warm audience.
Mm-hmm.
It's not critical.
Mm-hmm.
It's supportive.
I'd love to come see what you're doing.
Yeah.
So let's get back to 2B because we have only a few more minutes and we're going to shut down. So 2B is how long?
It's almost an hour.
Almost an hour.
And
I know we talked about this before. And it's a portable piece that you can travel. So
I can travel with it.
Do you want to take it to other states or just keep it in New York?
If people
how
want to
do you
see
see
it.
it is what I was curious about.
Well, I just want to get through the opening and get through this run down at the Players Theater, and then see what happens and really see what kind of a response it gets from people. I think
smart.
everybody has a real estate story. You bring up real estate and everybody wants to talk about it. And everybody's has their genius in hindsight story. I could have had a building on Central Park West for this, or
$1 million I lost.
Yeah, everybody wants to talk about it and is connected to it, and it's the theme of home is very important. Where people live.
What's interesting? Did you think that people in the rest of the country are as obsessed with real estate as we are here in New York?
Of course.
You do?
No, not really. But I guess it's hard for people to understand why they would pay so much for a certain amount of square footage in New York. As a New Yorker, I can understand only wanting to live in New York City because it's the best place in the world, and you can go and see theater and concerts, and it's a different life. It's a great life. You know, I feel very lucky to live in New York.
I'm an Air Force brat, and I lived all over the world, but
Yeah.
New York was my favorite place in any place I'd ever been.
Why
And,
live any place else? Yeah.
Well, you and I are birds of a feather, obviously,
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
So I wish you a wonderful luck on your show,
Thank
TV,
you.
and we're going to come around and see it as well.
Thank you for having me on the show. And again, you could get tickets at sarahfearon.com or theplayerstheater.com.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's a
Thanks.
pleasure.